Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're going to be going through the Abyssal Expedition. More importantly, the Goldust boss, some strategies you can use. There's two options you can basically go for, whether you want to go for full celerity or whether you want to go down the warrior tree. I've got a post from AIM for the people that go down the warrior tree to go through that. I'm personally going all in on celerity. So I'm just going to talk a bit about it, talk about some teams and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so for the Goldust boss, there's going to be two main strategies that people are going to be using mainly, and that is going to be straight celerity with sustenance, or you're going to have celerity with some might with some sustenance. So the first one I'm going to go through is the one I'm doing, which is the celerity with sustenance. So I picked up a weapon just to get myself enough damage to clear a tier 7 settlement to get me up to the Duke rank, I think it was. What rank's this? To get me to Duke. That's what I did there. After that, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this chest piece because it has 7 tenacity. I don't want to go too in-depth. I made a really in-depth video about the tenacity on the last Abyssal Expedition. Basically, you want that tenacity. It's to do with the insanity stacks that the boss applies because he has a relationship with that. I'll probably leave that video linked in the description so you guys can check out that one if you want more in-depth. But basically, you're going to want to pick up this one. You do not need this one because the tenacity is just overkill. You don't need that much and it's way more expensive, so you don't need the belt. You just want this one. Then what you're going to want to do is, after that, I'm going to go here, get this to level 5 and pick up the top left piece, I believe it is, once we get to level 5 is the belt, and we're going to pick up that for sustenance, and then we're going to go back over here and pick up the rest of the DPS ones. So it's basically everything being the weapon, the gloves, the chest and the shield, but don't pick up the belt. And that's pretty much going to be the path that I take. Now for the other option, which is going to involve might, what you're going to do is it's going to be the same sort of thing. You pick up a DPS 1 in celerity to get yourself a tier 7 settlement. Then you're going to go over to the might tree, and in the might tree, you're going to pick up everything except for, you'll obviously get this to level 5. You're going to not pick up, and this is not pick up the top left and the bottom left. You're going to pick up the other ones because those are DPS ones. Those are the main ones you want to pick up. After that, you're going to go back to celerity, and you're going to pick up this one here, which is going to be the tenacity one, as in my case. And then you're going to go over and pick up, get this to tier 5, and then you're going to pick up the top left one again, and then from there you go in and pick up the rest of the DPS ones. So as you can see, the one where you go into the might tree is going to take a lot more resources. So it's going to be the people at the pointy end of your team who have captured all the high tier settlements that are going to do that. So someone, for instance, with my account, obviously the guild I'm in, Cloud, is very, very strong, and I'm probably the weakest in the guild. So people, so my account is at the tail end, like everyone's branched out. I was busy yesterday as well, so I don't get to play too much, but everyone branched out and took everything, and I don't have many options to pick up for encampments to increase my essence rate too much. And I don't want to go running around trying to find other places, you know, to get one tier 7 settlement here and there, because I'll just waste a lot of stamina. So for that reason, that is why I'm going for pure celerity, because I don't have basically the resources required to go for might. The other reason is I do not have Aioli at 3 furniture. Now, for might, you can do might if you have, there's two things. This is a big disclaimer. You want to have, let's go back here. So if you're going into the might tree, only do it if you have Soros level 30 signature item and Aioli 3 furniture. You could probably get away with it using Soros 30 signature item and no furniture Aioli, but without the 3 furniture, Aioli becomes basically useless, so you wouldn't even be using him. But a minimum I'd say is to have Soros level 30 signature item to even think about it, because he's going to be a key part of your damage, which we'll go into in a minute. But that is definitely one way to do it. But like I said, if you're an account like mine on a guild that wasn't as strong, I might be like one of the further ahead players, meaning I'd have more places captured and I'd have more resources. So in that case, I would be going for the might tree, but because I'm limited, that's it. It's just basically you got to consider how much resource gain you have. If you're above, I'd say if you're above 10k 10k per hour, that's when you can probably lean into going towards the might tree. Now we're going to quickly jump across and look at some some team options for the Might Tree people, and then I'll go in and talk about some options for the Celerity people as well. We'll be back in a sec. Okay, and this one was put together by AIM from Cloud, and I just want to make this clear. Take this all with a grain of salt, because this is aimed at people who have absolutely everything pretty much. So I know this won't apply for everyone, but at least you can get some ideas from it. And obviously this is going to be including the warrior tree in these ones. In all of these teams pretty much have a warrior tree. So it's got 4 example teams. Obviously the one in the middle is going to be your ideal team there, which does involve the Aioli with 3 of 3 furniture, the Saurus with +30, the Warwick because of the damage, the defense break, twins because they are the twins, and this one has the Rigby. Now he did put the disclaimer that this is untested, so you can swap Rigby for something like the Athalia, another DPS. There's options, but basically the idea behind the Rigby is with the 3 furniture, gives a lot of survivability to the twins, was the theory in that one. But as you can see, you're basically looking at, if we scroll down a bit, you can see the little legend there. That red is the DPS, orange is to increase the DPS, yellow is to reduce boss damage, green is to heal, and then blue is not to flex, but they're flexible. So this one in the bottom right is just they're flexible heroes with the Aziz, the Rain, the Tailene, the Wukong, all that stuff. They're flexible heroes that can be subbed in. But basically, as you can tell, in your teams, you basically want one main damage dealer. You can't bring 2 damage dealers, and then you basically want to have something for a bit of healing, and then a bunch of support in the team as well, just to basically get that damage up. So those are the warrior tree teams. Like I said, the main one you want to look at if you're going warrior, and this is the reason I brought it up, is going to be the Aioli with the Saurus. Really strong. The damage that can stack with them is huge, and they can survive a lot longer, the warriors, which means you can get longer to deal damage. Even though Celerity heroes have bigger burst, they do fall off. However, like I said, there's only those 2 key units that you're going to be using, and that is going to be the Saurus and the Aioli to get you that massive damage. Now I just wanted to jump back onto my account and show you what I did. So basically with my ploy, because I'm going the full Celerity tree, my main aim is going to be to take out the mini bosses. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. That's going to be my role in the guild, not to really deal damage to the boss. But as you can see, if we scroll down to my attack here, I just did my 1 attack to get my achievement, and that was the team I used. It was really solid last time, really solid this time, even without any investment into I think my level 3 tree still on the sustenance, but still with Rowan and the twins, got some really nice damage out of it, managed to get the achievement, so that was nice. If we jump back out, we can look at some teams that others have been using, and as you can see, there's a broad mix of Celerity. That one's Celerity with sustenance. Let's just take a look at what other people are using. That one even had the Brutus for the Raw. Okay, and obviously you're going to get some funny looking teams as well as people wear out their units that they've been using. As you can see, that's not your optimal team. That's a team for when you're running out of units. You got stuff like that, and as you can see, you can basically just splash Celerity heroes if you've gone all in on them and have a crack. I'm trying to find someone who has gone hard here. CSM, he would have gone it. Yeah, there you go. So he's got that 3 furniture Aioli, the 30 signature item Saurus, even put the Wukong with the Zolrath, and then also we've got the Lucretia in there for some extra damage as well. And can I just say, some really nice damage coming out of these guys as well. So that's pretty solid. As you can see, you're getting a pretty decent score out of it. But plenty of options. But basically, for a lot of people who aren't like pushing the cutting edge, let's just go in and attack and show the formation. The general formation that you're going to want to end up using, not that was my little trash clearing one, is basically a main damage dealer like the Iron is nice. The Rowan is still really solid for a lot of people because most people will have him built. Cecilia is very key for mitigation when you don't have warriors. So if you're going Celerity and you're attacking the boss, she's really strong. Leica's really nice for that haste, getting that early burst as well. And then we also have, like I said, the twins who might are out of stamina, but they are another really important support for that, so I've got to let that generate. But yeah, really solid team to get some decent damage. Other damage dealers you can use, you can try something like a Gwyneth, not as strong as the Iron in my opinion. You do also have other things like obviously Lucretia if you've got her up there. Just have an experiment, and in the end, if you're just trying to get the achievements, you don't really need to go that deep into it. But that's just some ideas for teams for you guys. But like I said, 2 main paths is going to be straight Celerity or Celerity Might. And then pretty much, yeah, just hopefully everyone can get the damage they need and get the titles. As you can see, I've already got my damage requirement to get to the next title. I'm just struggling to find tier 6 settlements to capture. So I'm probably gonna, I've got 1 tier 7 settlement. I'm probably just gonna have to uncapture and recapture that the whole time to get my 20. Hopefully that trick still works. I haven't actually tested it, but we'll see how we go. We'll get there eventually, no doubt. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.